am going to pull you guys up on the channel so I can see who's all in chat. So I figured that might be fun. So let's turn this down here. What we got here? Hey guys, how are you all doing? You guys doing all right? Seriously, how are you guys doing? It is getting crazy out there. Let me just shout some people out. Everybody in here. Dawn Morning, thanks for being here. My friend just west of us here. Shift Kicker, I love Jesus reigns forever. Dig Deeper Ministry. Good catfish, man. Rebecca Rage, it's great to see you. Pamela. Renee Vister, my friend D23. Kimba M, hey, how are you doing? Whoa. And now we've got to turn myself down. So now it's caught up with me. So, Pamela, West Texas Danielle, y'all keep praying for her. Yeah, she's great to see you in here. Everybody is coming in. Betty R, great to see you. L78, Faith Over Fear. Oh, wow, everybody's coming in. How are you guys doing? It is getting crazy. Yeah, thumbs it up if you want. If not, no worries. But guys, it is coming up. Everything is coming up to this UN General Assembly getting starting today. And with everything going on in the Middle East from Azerbaijan, Armenia to, gosh, that whole mess with the Ukraine and Putin and all this stuff. And then the September 24th, you know, the stuff we heard about last week with everyone will, what is that? I know Marfugel covered it today. Something, what was it? I was watching it Thursday or Friday or something. Yeah, the German guy, he's like, yeah, no one will ever forget where they are on the 24th because of what's coming. Yeah, the omens are there. The warnings are there. Hey, Blaze in the Dirt, how are you? Yeah, there's so much going on. Akai, too. Great to see you, buddy. Lori Tillman, how are you? I'm going to throw, let's add Plays in the Dirt as a mod, too, because AJM, great to see you, buddy. Plays in the Dirt's been around since I got going, I guess, with YouTube stuff. But, guys, this whole thing with the UN General Assembly is getting nuts, and they are talking about a 2022 treaty event. And that's kind of what I want to talk about, because they're keeping it kind of hush-hush and quiet, but they're starting to put stuff out. And I believe that once this starts getting going, people are going to start talking. You know, hashtag UNGA, hashtag UNGA 77, United Nations General Assembly number 77th, you know, the 13th through the 26th, 27th of September in New York City, as we speak right now. And, but the World Health Organization, they're going to be there big too, from the 20th to the 23rd. And that's where it gets really interesting. And at the end, they're talking about voting on a peace. I'm just waiting for the 7 years to be announced. Seriously. They want to talk about going into the 26th, the Nuclear Proliferation Agreement and the Cyprus Accords, or the Cyprus Accords, I believe it is. It's one of the two that are coming back from the 2019 with the peace with Iran. It's going to get nuts. Yeah, it doesn't sound anything prophetic at all, Dig Deeper Ministry. Not at all. And for those of you who want to see in the description box below, you'll see a lot of the links that I've put up, and those are actually the links that are up now. So you might still want to, I mean, I don't think they're going to take them down, because this is, they're not going to hide it anymore. And what they keep saying at the bottom is they're going to keep updating it. And they're keeping the signatures on the 27th quiet as of now. And I don't know what's all happening on the 27th, but the 26th, they finalize it with beans. And talking about, yeah, Watchwoman Yvonne, thank you so much for bringing that up. Yes, they're going to vote on that as well, the splitting of Jerusalem. Because the two-state agreement, they want to press forward with that. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Yeah, most definitely, Chainsaw. It's going to get nutty, Professor, real quick, real soon. But yeah, they're going to bring that up, and that's part of the thing, because they want to be agreed to by the UN and recognized as a member state, kind of like the Vatican, without having a state, and or something of that sort. So it's getting real. Oh my gosh! But then this whole thing with Hezbollah, that is going to kick off. People don't realize that, and it's funny too, because on the 26th with this nuclear thing that they're going to do with the UN. this is perfect because after Israel pulls off their top shelf what's meant for Damascus and uses it, yeah, I can see it all happening. So, maybe I should just start at the beginning. See what's, I mean, not at the beginning, and I don't want to bore anybody, but it's about to go down 100%, Yvonne. Exactly. I just want to kind of show you how they're building up, because they're going to talk about the blockchain and the digital identification, of course, and all the other stuff that we've been dealing with for the past couple of years, how that's all going to be connected. And with the whole centralized bank digital currency, that's all coming to fruition too, because keep in mind, this is going to be centralized. So this will all be brought to the one world leader, the one world guy, and he's going to, so he'll be able to watch control, because it'll be centralized. It'll be brought to him. I mean, it's Rosh Hashanah is less than 2 weeks away. That's right, buddy. It's so coming. It's so coming. But let's just get into it. The 25th, 26th, 27th. This is nuts. This is really nuts. And I want to get to, oh gosh, yeah, Israel. I know. Let's just let me cut right to the chase, maybe to the United Nations, the General Assembly of the United Nations, the high level, and I know this is probably backwards, so you probably won't be able to see it, which kind of stinks. That's a great question, Akai, too. There's a couple people that we'll have to get there real soon. Yeah, today was the opening session of the 77th session of the General Assembly, the 13th. Next week begins the education with the kids big time. And this gets into the general debate, which is mandatory from the 20th of September, Tuesday, through Monday, September 26th. Rosh Hashanah, Feast of Trumpets, 25, 26, 27, but the next 7-year Shemitah cycle begins, what is that, the 27th? The 28th, literally, like that Tuesday, Wednesday? I mean, it's like... but here's what they want to talk about. The high-level plenary meeting to commemorate the International Day for the Total Elimination of Nuclear Weapons. September 26th, and I believe that they're going to bring this up, and this is going to be a hot button after Damascus nuke. So, and yes, I will read to you the 2020 agreement. Let's just get right to it. Everything is setting up. Everything is setting up. Forgive me, guys. There's just so much, and I don't want to miss anything because it kind of all connects with the whole thing with, oh gosh, from the digital identity to what's coming. So here it is. The General Assembly is taking place the 13th through the 27th of September as a complex, overlapping crisis unfold around the world. They're focusing on world security is looming as humanitarian needs are deepening, and the climate goals remain largely unmet. So they're having to push this forward. They're on a mission now to speed this up. Inequality is worsening. All eyes will be on diplomacy's biggest moment. Diplomacy's biggest moment. What would that be? What would diplomacy's biggest moment be? As the need for unprecedented, urgent global cooperation, unprecedented, urgent global cooperation becomes clear by the day. And this is why, because the United Nations General Assembly number 77 will present an opportunity for world leaders to consider and debate how we can collectively solve the shared problems of our time and create a more sustainable, more just future for all. And that's what's coming. So let's get right into the things. Oh, they're tying in the youth to make it all part of the, unlocking the future. Let's bring in the youth with it. All right, let's get out of the unfoundation.org website. And forgive me, guys, I need to close this out. I've got 186 open tabs. I really do. No wonder your phone's slow, man. You got too many of them daggum tabs open on there, man. I tell you what. All right, here we go. Let's look at, let's get going. Okay, I already have this all the way back. Gosh, guys, hold on here. Let's just go to the beginning. Slow down, Bubba. Oh, we need to pray. Hold on. Let's just do that before I get going. Father, we just come to you right now, and excuse me, Lord, we just give everything to you, but allow this to be a message of hope and encouragement. And this is exciting times for so many of us, but this is so This is really going to freak out a lot of people when they start realizing that this could very well be that 7-year treaty coming to pass. Lord, give us wisdom in these final days. Give us encouragement to speak forth and to have a backbone. And share your name, Jesus, because there is hope for those. And that last soul has not come to you yet, Romans 11:25, but that day is coming so very soon. And we give it all to you, Jesus. And we thank you in advance for everything you're about to do. In Jesus' name, amen. So let's get going. I want to dig into where I'm already... See, yesterday, check this out. They only had 86 items up on the UN Foundation webpage. Today they have 109. So they are updating and getting going. Oh, yeah. And it will not load. Imagine that, guys. How does that never fail to work? Let's go to items. Let's just start... Let me actually, maybe if I should just refresh it. I'm afraid to, though. You guys ever done that? You're afraid to refresh something? Because have you guys noticed that too? Check this out. In the past day or two, I'm starting to look up stuff and certain things. Like I'll type in like a place in Syria map, and there's a bunch of things that are not popping up anymore. They're starting to remove it. They're going to start removing all this stuff. Oh my goodness. They're going to start removing all this stuff. Because after the 3 days of what they're about to do with the quantum switchover, I believe that's still on plan. I believe that's still on focus. When they come back, it's going to be the internet of things that only they put out for us to know. In other words, the real stories that happened, gone. So here it gets going today. So they're talking about sustainable practices for food security and increased livelihood in Latin America and the Caribbean. Gender policy to gender parity. Gender policy to gender parity. Lessons from the community health workforce. Why would... Anyway, that gets really deep. A reason to hope. A sustained chain event. This is on the 15th. An event to celebrate the vibrant community of changemakers who have now begun to operationalize Sustained Chain as a public service platform and action hub for rapid innovation, investment, and impact. That is going to come huge with these UN or the blockchain companies. They're going to announce a 100+ blockchain consortium going centralized. So here we have the 15th. We've got the vision. This is going to be one of the 5 main things is visioning strong health systems built on women's rights. And this is going to be one of their 5 core things that they're going to run on. And reproductive rights. Control of humanity growth. How's that to say? Yeah, that's legal to say. That won't be taken down. Voting in the SDGs. Be the change on September 15th. And this leads up to the concert on the 24th, Friday. Global Citizen Day with Metallica leading the charge. Let's keep going. The global food crisis, a global protection crisis, its impact on refugees, internally displaced people, and host communities. This is on the 15th. This is all building with the food. Country voices on gender data financing. Gender data financing? Okay, a disrupted world, a strategic review of the UN General Assembly. This is on the 15th. This is all still going. This is all this week, guys. This is still building up to next week. Next week's the fireworks. Global Week to the Act 4 SDGs. They're SDGs. 1 billion actions by 2030. Young Pioneers Forum, bringing the kids. Yeah, man. September 16th, that's right. To cultivate ideas, identify solutions, and build partnerships to solve a wide range of complex global problems, from inequality to climate change. That's just one page. There's like 10. I better be careful. Imagining a Greener Future on the 16th. Climate Action Project launch event on the 16th. Climate Action Project launch event. That's not COP 27, 28. Here we go on the 16th. Here's where it begins. Hey, West Texas Daniel. Show some love, y'all. Dude, D23, we are so close. Accelerating national digital transformation through data. National digital transformation through data. Introducing the United Nations digital platform, I believe it is, of the GitHub Digital Development Dashboard. And they're going to open this up. This event will focus on an innovative new tool from the UN Development Program called the Digital Development Compass Dashboard that GitHub's skills-based volunteering program is built upon. They're going to talk about the Amazon. Now we've got to switch over to the Laudato Si 7-year plan by the Pope. The Amazon is a bioeconomy superpower investing in innovation and technology for sustainable development. And forgive me if I'm wrong, y'all in chat, but didn't the original Laudato Si come out in 2015? And isn't the new one? I'm just saying. I'm just thinking. Maybe I'm wrong. Global Goals Week 2022, September 26th. This is when it really they're prepping everybody for the weekend of what's going to come this Friday. Young Pioneers Forum, sustainable. Okay, now we get into Saturday. A lot of these meetings, especially next weekend on the 24th, Saturday the 24th, are mandated. Oh my gosh, guys. Some of the wording, too, under the 2022 treaty event, it basically says you are giving over by insistence upon others. You're being, like, peer pressured into. You're like, we'll get there. Global Africa Business Initiative, 7th Replenishment, Fight for What Counts, opening event, health financing and gender equality on the 18th. I just need to start getting forward to the heavy duty stuff. And I don't want to bore you guys. Let's just keep going. The 20th, the global funds. And again, this keeps going. Oh gosh, guys, even when this talks into the diaspora, when you look into that wording, here's where I want people to, okay, now we're getting into Climate Week in New York City, Monday the 19th, next Monday. This one's going to be huge. Blockchain Central UNGA on the 20th. This is going to be huge, and I'm going to take a quick second, and I am going to segue to read this, because you guys, and I wish I had this up, and I need to get this going. Let me just read you what, let me just show you. This is at the gbbccouncil.org. This is the GBBC Blockchain Central United Nations General Assembly. It's their business council for the blockchain of the world, the United Nations. Official partner of Global Goals Week. And they tell you right at the very tippy top, agenda. They're not hiding anymore. Breakfast, welcome, opening remarks. Targeting carbon neutrality and reduction is the first one. The next one, from Food for Crisis, using digital tools to combat hunger. Everything is going to have something on it that can be traced from the field out back to your dinner table inside. So you'll be able to see where that product went from the field to the farmer, to the producer, to this, to that, to the manufacturer, to the store, to you. This is nuts. Governance in the digital age. And who's going to be talking? The New York State Department of Financial Services. Give them some credit. It's in New York. We're New York. Global Head of Finance and FinTech. For those of you in blockchain, you'll know exactly how big that is. Future of healthcare. We're setting up our digital system so no one can buy or sell unless you have something. Eventually, down the road. Not yet. There's still stepping stones getting there. But first, we'll start off on your phone, digital identification, to find out who you are, where you are, so you even be able to use that digital funny money in your account. But dividing the provenance of energy. We've got to talk about energy, because without blockchain, you can't pay your energy bill. Without blockchain, you can't have a job. That's my dog taking a potty. There's a keynote address by the UN Foundation after that. Lunch and networking announcement. UN 100 Plus Blockchain Initiative, given by the European Partners for the Environment. Forging a more equitable internet. We are going to watch what you say, what you do. We're going to control. Ensuring positive impact for communities. Closing the gap on financial inclusion. And this is where they want to tie it in, because there's supposedly over 1 billion people. They say upwards of what? 1.5 to 1.8 billion people, I believe, globally around the world that still do not have a digital identification. They don't have a bank account. They don't have a Facebook. They don't have a YouTube. They don't have a, um, you know what I mean? They don't have that. So that is the whole goal. Oh man, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. Things are popping into my head of things I just read. Foundation coming up in this meetings as well. Mr. X Microsoft. Unlocking the future of finance keeps going. The future of digital money. That's the final one that day with Accenture. The tech driving a new green economy. Closing remarks, advancing, and evening reception and cocktail hour. So, can I just say this real quick? For y'all, if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out because I put this out there 6 months ago, and on TikTok they have just removed it. But I brought up this because you know this symbol right here, right? That's the one that Trudeau and Schwab and, everybody wears, the 17 SDGs, isn't it? Some of you might remember this, but I just saw this for the first time right now. This is why I'm getting a kick out of it. Because I covered this company in a video about 6 months ago. Not Accenture, but Exchange. And I know it's backwards. It's Xange. Exchange.com. Because man, dig deeper. I think you're right, man. I think stuff's starting to get ready to happen, man. I'm with you, man. It's like Bible prophecies coming right around the corner. All right, let's keep going. No transformation without information. Improving educational outcomes for children in crisis. We haven't even gotten to, okay, let me do the math right in my head. Okay, so the 26, 27, 23, 20 to 23 is, I believe, where the UN's there. So that's the what? Tuesday through Friday. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're at the 3M Climate Innovation Center Goalkeepers 2022. That's huge. Integrating intuition to achieve the 2030 agenda. That's huge. The future of global health. Okay, we've already gone through this. Let's keep going. Oh boy. And I have to do this maybe in backwards because it's reversing alarming declines in immunization, building sustainable vaccine demand with and for communities. This is the United Nations Foundation for September 21, 2022. And I apologize that it's in backwards, but maybe it's not, but it looks like it on my screen. Anyway, so just so you know, it's all there. Strengthening systems for safer childbirth through locally. Okay, let's get to the, oh boy, we have a he for she summit. Not sure what that is yet. We empower UN SDG challenge pitch night. Let's go to page 7. Let's keep going. I want to keep going because I'm going to show all this stuff. Basically what they're tying into is they're going to tie, let's just skip right to the World Health Organization. Why did they call it the WHO? How are you guys doing? Hope I'm not boring y'all. Yeah, the diaspora return after this summit. I'm just going to segue like it. Okay, Friday, September 30th is Elon Musk's AI Day. AI Day number 2, I believe it is, right? So he's going to reveal Optimus Prime, his humanoid. And this is the Diaspora Return Summit under the United Nations General Assembly on September 30th, the same day as that. It's interesting. For those of you, and I had to look it up, what the word diaspora means. That's funny because it talks about a dispersal of the Jews into the Gentiles. Or a dispersal of people among other peoples. But that was the first thing that popped up, and I'm like, you know what I mean? How interesting is this? They are just throwing out these information things. Yeah, did you see that today about the whole thing? Like, I just saw that they're going to approve his takeover of Twitter or something. I saw that today. I was just running by it. I was like, oh my word. Okay, let's get to if you see something, say something. Say day. That's on the 25th as well of September. The Department of Homeland Security. Oh, here we go. When I typed in, here's another thing. When I typed in, what was it? a 2022 treaty event. If you just type that into Twitter, this is what you'll find pop up. So, which is I found was interesting. That article right there. Remember that? The treaty? The nations, the sovereignty, all that stuff? Back on May 20, what was that, 2014, 22nd? Oh, yeah, the World Health Assembly, May 22nd to the 28th. The 2/3 of the Senate does not have to vote for it. You know, that one. Yeah. And this is, forgive my picture up here. This is me watching y'all. But when I was looking into the research for the nuclear thing that they're going to have too, this is under the UN of Geneva. This is what's popping up too for the hashtag together, support the UN's call for the for everyone. All right, here we go for the World Health Economic Forum. It's right there on the World Health Organization.int. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll give anybody a blue wrench. I don't care. Rui, hey. Man, I should never look at chat while I'm talking. No, I get confused. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. Here's all right, I'm just gonna show it to you so you guys see it. All right, we're gonna scroll down. And it gives you down yonder what they're gonna be talking about. 20th September. Cold Springs Queen, you need to be orange. Let's do Snafu Snaps. Everybody's all up in here. Goodness gracious. Everybody's so cool. All right. Get focused, Bubba. That's my problem. My mind. I get all right. September 20th, 2022. The World Health Organization side events at the United Nations General Assembly number 77. Progress of multisexual action towards achieving global targets. Mental health promotion and prevention in schools and learning environments and urgent calls. See how they're just sugarcoating it? You're not even getting the real sugar, or you're not finding out the real story. Promoting the health of refugees and migrants. Okay, so they got to start off on the 20th on Tuesday. Kind of, we're going to get into it, All right, the 21st. First annual gathering of the global group of heads of state. Okay, so we're starting a first annual gathering. We're starting a first annual gathering at the United Nations General Assembly. First annual gathering of the global group of heads of state and government for the prevention and control of NCDs. Those are non-communicable diseases, like cancer, I believe. Because with what's coming, with surviving a mortal head wound from the AI in your body, you'll be able to rebuild yourself. Unless they do this to your head. And this is why the martyrs will be heads cut off, because they won't know if you're one of them or a human, because of the technology coming that you'll be able to rebuild yourself. A mortal head wound? No problem. Cut the head off? No mas. You can survive the mortal head wound with what's coming, but you can't with your head cut off. And they're going to use this not only for Christians, martyrs, they're going to use this for others who they think are not of this world. The time is now. Unlocking ambitions for comprehensive solutions to pandemic prevention, preparedness, and response. Yay! That's at the Millennium Hilton, New York, 1 UN Plaza, New York. Invite only? Really? What's invite only again? Oh, the first annual gathering of the global group of heads of state and government for the prevention and control of NCDs are by invite only. The time is now. Unlocking ambitions for the comprehensive solutions to pandemic prevention, preparedness, and response. That's the key word. Invite only. Mobilizing resources and technical support with mobilizing resources and technical support with and for member states to deliver the NCD and mental health related SGD targets. Okay, that one's open to the public. Interesting. The 22nd, invite only. Political leadership and action on antimicrobial resistance. The road to the 2024 United Nations General Assembly high-level meeting on antimicrobial resistance. Now, why will they need that by 2024? Why would you need something that's an antimicrobial? Why do you need something that will be antimicrobial by 2024? What have they said is going to begin in 2024? Just saying. A disruptive dialogue, ending violence against children. The UN Decade of Healthy Aging, doing business differently. I'm sorry, I just have to go back at that. Antimicrobial. That is blowing me away all of a sudden, just now, hearing this. Because you've got to have something that could be put into something that... Interesting. Okay, last day, Friday. The 23rd of that week. Next Friday. Next Friday, the 23rd. Next Friday. Invite only. High level event. Now, when it says high level events, these are only heads of state. These are going to be the people that we're going to get to. They're allowed 2 per country. They're going to be there for the 2022 treaty event. And they are given 5 minutes. September 23rd, Friday, 2022. High-level event on ending the COVID-19 pandemic through equitable access to vaccines, tests, and treatments. Invite only. On the 23rd. And that's where they end off. That's how they ended off on the 23rd. Friday. But wait, there's more. Yes, we'll get to the UN one. We'll get to the atomic one. The atomic peace one is on the 26th. Rosh Hashanah, Feast of Trumpets. They want to have a plan of peace with no nuclear warheads to be built ever again going forward. All I'm waiting is for them to announce this many. If you haven't started packing, you might want to. I'm just saying. I love old Jack Van Impe. You know, he used to say, I remember listening to him when I was a kid. He said, when you hear them talk about a 7-year plan or a 7-year treaty, pack your bags, we're going home. You know, and this is very unsettling to a lot of people. And I get it. I really, really, really get it. Because if this is it, you know what I mean? This isn't like we've grown up with all of our lives put into, even up until today. This isn't like 10, 20, 50 years down the road. I mean, this is like 20, 50 days down the road. I mean, 10, 20. You know, I mean, this is nuts. This is nuts. I've got to keep going because we get to the better leaders, better futures. Oh my gosh, you guys see Trudeau's picture yesterday when he left to go to this? He was grinning ear to ear. He was like, yeah, I can't wait to go. He's so excited. All right. Okay. Reversing alarming declines in that. Okay, let's get to the health. Let's get to what's coming up with the party, because what's coming up on that Friday is they're going to lead into a global citizen day on Saturday and have that big old concert. Like a uniting the world? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is gonna be nuts. Oh yeah, this is coming. Sorry kids, I've got so much crap here. Let's get it open. Here it is. The 22nd, Future United. But they're also talking about too the impact on the state of mind, the future, and they're gonna bring a bunch of religious things in together. Oh man, this is getting really nuts, really quick. Man. Future United. Let's go to the next one. This is all under unfoundation.org. Optics are so high. You know, Snafu came, you know, I've heard him with that, this optics. Dude, they are like, bing. I mean, yeah. high-level event on closing the gap. Data with purpose. And the reason it's going to be data with purpose is because you are data. And AI stops when there's no data incoming. It's like the Cookie Monster that is never fulfilled. Future United, Thursday. There it is. And they're going to use the hunger crisis to bring religious groups together. Faith in the future, how faith-based organizations are tackling the hunger crisis. You know what? It's interesting, and I just realized this past week. Reading even the book of, the book of Revelation and the 7-year tribulation, people aren't taking and accepting the bread of life today, and they're not taking the living water from the Lord Jesus Christ. So you know what? You're going to be hungry in real life in the tribulation, and you're going to be thirsty in real life in the tribulation. I found that ironic. You know what I mean? Like, you're not doing it spiritually now, so you're going to do it physically then. All right, so the finance-based solutions. This is it. This is breaking it down on Thursday, the finance-based solutions. Talking TB, the road to 2030. They're bringing this forward on Thursday. Africa forward. And they've got to start with the Africa, and we're going to get to that here with the... eliminate the violence, Tech for Democracy, the Copenhagen Pledge, Bloomberg New Economy, Health Council meeting. Okay, now we're getting to the 23rd, final day of the UN Foundation here on this page. It goes to the 26th. And I never did understand why they ended on the 26th Monday and that they also included on the 27th Sunday. Oh, wow. Can't imagine why. Look what just happened. Huh. Wow. That's in real life, too. That's nuts. I'm just trying to go to the next page. Oh, no way. Oh, dude. This is nuts, guys. The last thing on there is September 22nd. And at the very bottom is a 9. I just clicked on 10 or next. You can watch it. Come on, if I can hit it. Oh, this page is not found. Huh. Well, good thing I say some things. Here's what happens on Saturday, the Global Festival on the 24th. Exactly, Cold Springs, Queen. Where did it go? Here's the concert lineup. Metallica, Charlie Puth. I hope I'm saying that right. That guy is really cool. I just watched him just to find out who he even was. Jonas Brothers. Main Skin. Looks like Mariah Carey. You got every Canadian up there. No, Mariah Carey with her voice. New Yorker girl. You got Mickey whoever and Rolaids. No, Rosalia. I think she's good too. But that's going to be the thing for the Global Citizen Festival, celebrating its 10th year in Central Park with an incredible lineup. And now you can join us by taking action now for girls, for the planet, and to end poverty. Download the Global Citizen app to earn points. Did you catch that? Download the Global Citizen app to earn points. And get your free tickets to the Great Lawn. Yep. Bingo, just like them. Here's some of your global partners that are part of the madness. All right, let's get over yonder. And that one is found on globalcitizen.org. New York Central Park, New York City, 924. That's the part. Oh my gosh. How I even found that webpage was even clicking on that thing where I just hit next, where now it shows page 404. This is nuts, guys. Okay. What do you want me to do, Lord? Go to show them what okay, because the other stuff may not be there. Okay, let's just keep going. All right. Let's go to the, oh yes, this I want to show you guys because this is humongous. If you guys, any of you on Twitter, check out my likes. I don't cover all the stuff like Ukraine and stuff. I put out a lot of, or I click like on a lot of stuff where it's all leading into something. I mean, gosh, oh my gosh, I'm going to segue real quick. Did you guys hear that? Germany is now going to have their military redesigned and built by Israel. Did you hear what I said? World War II, Germany, Israel. What? um, a lot of stuff that is getting ready to happen. Yes, yes. Mm-hmm. Here I'll pull it up just real quick. Can't if on. Oh, I can't. All right, here we go, kids. Yeah, here it is. Germany to buy Israel's Arrow 3 anti-ballistic missile system. They did a full. If you got, hey, Michael Steven, great to see you, man. Love your stuff earlier. Yeah, was that TV7? Israeli, the national news there, Christian-based TV7, I think today. They were just talking about that. If you haven't subscribed, watch them. Amen, guy. This world is not our home. Amen. Yeah. Let's keep going. Germany will buy Israel's Arrow 3 anti-ballistic missile system. Iran is urging the U.S. the E3 to avoid unwise because Germany and Britain and they're all coming on teams too. But let me get back to where we were referring to the nuclear, where we were going with this. Here it is. This is at the very tippy top of the United Nations Twitter page. I'm just going to scroll to the pinned tweet. And excuse my picture below. But it says the knotted gun sculpture at the United Nations headquarters in New York City is a universal symbol of nonviolence. The UN works for everyone, everywhere to create a more peaceful and prosperous world for all. So they have that one going. And this is how it ties into the 26th when they talk about their nuclear. Brandon 64, great to see you, buddy. Let's get to there. Let's go back down yonder. Come on. How many things? Yes, I know I need to read them that. The 2022. I need to read them that. The 2020-22. Okay, here it is. But here's what's happening right afterwards. And this is something I just found today too as well. What this is hey, Fire Chief, great. Right on, brother, man. Hope you're a fireman. My brother-in-law is too. All right, right on. What's is happening on October 3rd through November 4th in New York City after this United Nations General Assembly. Their first committee on disarmament and international security is scheduled to meet. So they are going to have a UN General Assembly disarmament index and everything because the plan going forward is they are going to Revelation 6:1-2. White horse comes in on a peace platform with all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Has all kinds of stuff ready to go. Doesn't use them. That peace is short-lived. Daniel 9:27, Revelation 6:1-2. Short-lived because the red horse follows. We don't know if it's 1 day, 1 year, 1 month after, but the red horse rider follows suit and war breaks out. And a global murder spree breaks out across the entire planet. This is nuts, yeah. When you get into that with the word spatzo and slicing people, and it even means to pierce skin like a bullet. Just saying. All right, so here we go. The high-level plenary meeting to commemorate the International Day for the Total Elimination of Nuclear Weapons on the 26th September. So this is coming on the 26th. Now, let me go to the last one. I don't want to keep everybody. It is 5:45, and I've been having fun, and I want to say hi to y'all, but this is the part where we get to at the very end, the 2022. And here's what happens when you try to look at the webpage too much. It will give you can't see this anymore. Yeah, whatever. So we go to the original one right before, and it is in the description box below this website right here that I'm going to show the high-level plenary meeting. But, oh, here we go. The arrangements for the high-level meetings in the general debate. This is where it gets really interesting, and I'm just going to read this. This is what I posted last night on the community tab page. Forgive me, guys. I'm just going to read this, and we'll close it out here soon. Man, I feel like a preacher. Don't worry, we're going to get ready for lunch here. Hold on. Okay. 5 more minutes and you can go. Okay. Oh, crap. You know when your phone just doesn't act right? Because I don't think... Here it is. It's the 2022 treaty event. And I'll just read it to you. To promote the wider participation of states, this is talking about the United Nations, all 193-94, in over 600 multilateral treaties deposited with the Secretary General by facilitating their signature or deposit of binding instruments of ratification, acceptance, approval, or accession. I had to research that word. And I'm going to say to you real quick what it means. And there's some smart people in there, but that's not a word I use very often. But let me just pull it up. To exceed, ACCEDE, or accession, comes under to give one's consent, often at the insistence of another. To give one's consent, often at the insistence of another. And doesn't the coming world leader come with a stern countenance? Insisting another. To give one's consent or approval or someone agrees to, oftentimes at the insisting of someone else. Wow. So let's see. With this Secretary General by facilitating their signature or deposit of binding instruments of ratification, acceptance, approval, or accession during the 77th session of the General Assembly, special arrangements will be made, including media coverage. This will be a globalized event, just FYI. With what's coming with the war in Israel, in the nuke that is going to hit Damascus, I believe, before, this will be a globalized, worldwide event. Including media coverage for a treaty of, but before I get going, keep in mind they're keeping the 26th and especially the 27th really quiet right now. The last 2 days, Monday, Tuesday, Rosh Hashanah. The only thing they have up for the 26th is how we can start living and eating off of beans. Beans are going to be the fruit and the vegetable going forward. We're just going to eat beans the rest of our lives. Woohoo! Special, including media coverage for a treaty event from 20 to 23 September. For a treaty event, including media coverage from the 20 to the 23rd of September, Tuesday through Friday, September 20 through the 23rd, in the treaty signing area on the ground floor of the General Assembly building. Appointments for signature, ratification, acceptance, approval, or accession, again, by insistence, should be arranged well in advance with the treaty section by email. The treaty section can also be contacted, and gives you the 212 area code number, front desk. Those countries intending to sign, ratify, or accede to give up to a convention or treaty must submit copies of their instruments of full powers. Why would they need to give their instruments of full powers? Asking for a friend. Why would you need to give that up? Why would you need to submit copies of their instruments of full powers, if required for signature, or copies of their instruments of ratification or accession, or copies of their agreement, or their insisted to being agreed to the treaty section for review, preferably by September 7th. And of course, the original instruments are expected at the time of undertaking the relevant treaty action. Of course, they were all turned in by the... Here's where it gets funny. They're only allowed 2 people in, too, to do this. Detailed information relating to the 2020 treaty event, including the letter of invitation from the Secretary General, what's his nuts? UN Secretary General, a list of all multilateral treaties deposited with the Secretary General and procedural information can be found at the United Nations Treaty Collection website. Now, if you go to treaties.un.org, you'll find everything for the session number 76. You'll find 0 things signed yet for 77. In addition to the head of state, listen here. Here's I'm going to find all that because there's only 2 more paragraphs. In addition to the head of state or the government or minister for foreign affairs, 2 individuals per state, per country, 2 individuals per delegation will be permitted at the event. They're basically going to have a main person and a fallback. It should be noted that it is the responsibility of the delegation to escort the representative who will be undertaking the relevant treaty action to the venue 5 minutes prior to their scheduled appointment. They need to be there 5 minutes prior to their scheduled appointment. Now, why would you have to each have appointments set up? Well, in order to get so many people signed up, you have to have appointments. Next. Uruguay, next. Oh, I found it interesting too. Why do they have this guy that's the head of this new UN? Why is he from Hungary? Kind of ironic, because all they're talking about is the food crisis. Oh, I think it'll be funny. You know, seriously, don't these elites, aren't they like mad scientists? Let's have this guy be from Hungary while they're starving. Hungary. So they're gonna, so this is all gonna be televised. And this information is gonna start coming out fast and furious, I believe, once people start picking up on it and they start putting out information. That being said, are they going to hide it? No, because the entire world is now starting to look at this, not by this cheesy little video that I'm putting out, but you're going to start seeing 2022 treaty event coming up very soon. This is going to be huge, and big things are coming. Big things are coming. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is nuts. This is truly, truly nuts. It's wild. Well, I know they're one of the European countries, but even like the whole thing with Armenia, I find it ironic because they're mostly like Christians and they're stuck between Azerbaijan as they were hit by their systems, and their S-300 systems were taken out by Azerbaijan, which is bordering Iran, which is bordering Turkey. And it's interesting with the UN or the Putin pulling out and doing his dealio, but you know what? Another thing kind of brought up something too. If you're pulling your guys back, aren't you wanting to protect them? Aren't you thinking you're going to use something bigger, maybe? Really get this party started, kind of a scenario? We need to talk about this Shanghai Cooperative too. This Thursday and Friday. People aren't talking about it enough. Oh my word. Dig Deeper Ministry, if you're in here, other watchmen, Yvonne, all y'all, this is setting it up for that final grouping of the Army of the East. This is huge. China's officially going to say, yes, we're going to back you up militarily, Russia. Whatever you do, we got your back. That could get real interesting real quick after this weekend, Thursday, Friday. What if China shows up next? Europe's doorstep. Ukraine? Plus, it's huge because Iran's... China and Russia, now China's saying, oh, we're going to back you, Iran. I mean, all of these pieces of the puzzle are, you know what I mean? It's like we're seeing the full axis, like World War II. We're seeing the full allies. You know, they put it out last week. There's 28 nations, and this is the list of the allies. You know, Tarshish and her young cub lions and whatnot. Oh, man. But, guys, I am watching 4, and they are talking about it, and Israel is not going to stand down much longer. This is why they've had all these emergency meetings. This is why this Karish oil rig thing is getting ready to kick off. Hezbollah, this Nasrallah guy, is getting ready to go in. The people in Lebanon are disgusted with Hezbollah because of all their destruction, and their economy is just faltering, and this may be their last straw to try to rally the troops, but they are going to come at Israel hard, and they are going to hit them hard. And when they say that they're going to hit the northern part of Israel hard, they most definitely are. What's that prophecy where the top part of the Israel, there's only a few cities left. There's only a few cities left after that. Haifa is going to get hit hard. Tel Aviv, Bye-bye. Seriously, 4,000 rockets a day for 30 to 40 days nonstop. And this is why the Israel war is going to be so huge, because the Psalm 83 stuff. I mean, first Elam, Jeremiah 49, 34 to 39, Israel's getting ready to hit, and they know it because Iran's making uranium. They're ready to go now. Oh, man. Dude, screw it. I'm going to just show you some stuff real quick. I've got a few minutes, and if you guys have to leave, thank you for being here. I don't want to keep you all bored, but man, I got so much stuff I got built up, man. These are all these nations that are going to this China cooperative thing. Thursday, Friday. You've got Xi Jinping, you've got Putin, you've got Turkey, you've got Iran, you've got all these. It's like literally, India. Oh, this whole thing with India, this is starting to go, India and China are now like getting ready to become buddies. Oh, this is getting crazy, guys, because they're full on leaving British and American friendship, and they're full on going China. They are full on going, man. This is full on BRICS. Oh, wildlife. Sorry, man. I don't want to. No, it's just like, dude, there's so much, and I get so much stuff, and I have so much stuff out. I just don't want to. Yeah, we're getting ready to enter this phase 6, cancel the debts, demilitarize the money. Yeah, I know, we all know the plan. Yes, it's great. We know. Okay, where's that verse? Ooh, here we go. We're coming to it, kids. Forgive me, guys, but I've got to take screenshots of when I don't know about you guys, but I'm just seeing stuff just pop out, Bible verses and stuff. They're like just screaming out, like, dude, hello, read me. Hello, dude, read me. Hello. It's like, you guys know John 14, 1-3, right? In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you, I go to prepare a place for you. I will come again and receive you to myself, and bring it so that where I am, there you may be also. Hello. It's like, you go into church today, ask any Sunday school class, hey guys, where's the Father's house? They all go boop. They all know. Anyway, John 13:19 and John 14:29. Yeah, I love those. Jesus basically tells us, I put that in the thing today too. It's like, Jesus tells us what's coming. Jesus tells us what's coming, when it's happening. Wait a minute. Jesus is telling us what's going to happen, so when it does happen, we may believe. Yeah, Jesus said, I am telling you what's going to happen, so that when it happens, you're going to believe. So Jesus is telling us, and he tells us right before the John 14, 1-3. Okay, let's keep going. Sorry, Bubba. Why am I apologizing to you guys? Oh, dudes, this is crazy, Kate. Remember this? This is the thing that Marfugel came out. Remember that thing, the German guy? The 24th, and everybody's talking about the 24th. Well, we're also in a Jubilee year. And officially the Rosh Hashanah Jubilee year, isn't it? Wait a minute. 16, 22, 12, 19, 3, 4. So, yeah. Yeah, so it would officially in what? Saturday night, wouldn't it be? Yeah, the 24th and the 25th? Yeah. Yeah. So that's, anyway, so the Iranian commander says they can destroy Israel in under 8 minutes, and they are ready to go. That was in the Times of Israel on April 22nd, 2016. The Times of Israel, January 28th, 2019, the Iran general says Tehran aims to wipe Israel off the global political map. They want to fulfill that prophecy, that your name be no more in remembrance. I love Newsweek, just so you know, after all these years of just going into it, because they will always put out what the plan is coming. Iran tests ballistic missile carrying the message, Israel must be wiped out. That was actually painted on their missile. They're not joking. So the verse is where Israel gets hit really hard. Oh, yes, we know they have it. Oh, May 31st. Yes, we know. Yes, Bennett. Okay, Isaiah 17:6. Like the shaking of an olive tree, 2 or 3 olives at the top of the uppermost bough. That's all that will be left of Israel. Because we know that only 1/3 remnant of Israel goes into the, Zechariah 12:3. Oh, no. Is that it? Zechariah? No. Zechariah 13, verse 8. That's what it is. Zechariah 12, 13, and 18. Oh my gosh. Those are phenomenal. Phenomenal. If you get a chance, read those too, because it's talking about right now. Zechariah 12, 13, 14. Yeah. What is it? Zechariah 13, 8? Yeah. 1/3 of Israel. Yeah. But here's what it is. Yeah. Because whoops, sideways, boy. Here's what you got. Kind of like an Israel, or like a fig tree. It doesn't help. Anyway. The upper parts are going to be hit of the fig tree of Israel. If I overlay this over a map of Israel, only the upper figs up top are going to be left. Because look who you've got up there to the north. I mean, you've got Hezbollah that has between 120 and 150,000 missiles they're ready to launch at Israel today. Gaza, Hamas, they estimated they have another 1,000 at least for about a week or two to do this. And Israel's going to be put to the test. And they are at the very end is when they are getting hit bad, according to this verse. They are literally going to be like, they're getting hit so bad and they're taking a beating and they're going to just break out like in chains and just grab that top shelf weapon off and nuke Damascus. Isaiah 17:1. And all the neighboring nations are just going to go, we're done. That's it. No mas. We don't want any more. Oh, I just stopped fighting. Well, we don't know if you're going to hit Beirut, Lebanon. We don't know if you're going to hit Aleppo here in Syria. We don't know if you're going to hit Baghdad here in Iraq. We don't know if you're going to hit Amman, Jordan. We don't know if you're going to hit Cairo, Egypt. We don't know if you're going to hit Mecca. Because these are all the countries mentioned. And they are going to be ready for peace. The Saudis have the Houthis down there that are ready to go. Hamas, Israel, there's all kinds of Islamic factions there in the Sinai of Egypt. If you guys are looking even on Twitter, they're all the time blowing up their gas lines and fuel lines, the oil. It's just, yeah. Damascus, oh my gosh, guys, this is nuts. After this war, this is why I believe this is all setting up for, this is a divine outline, literally. I mean, it's like not this UN General Assembly. The book of Revelation is the divine outline. But this is basically telling me, in my mind at least, hear me out, I don't know if it's true, but I'm trying to present to you what I found. And see if the puzzle pieces fit, because we're all trying to, no one knows the day nor the hour. But, people forget to read 3 verses before that, where Jesus commands us basically to know that you will know that I'm near, even when I'm at the door. That's how close you're going to know. You won't know when I'm even going to knock. You don't know when I'm going to open it, but you're going to know. So I believe this is going to start happening really quick. And once this nuke thing is done, and the waving of the flags is done by the Hamas and the Lebanon, Lebanon's going to get destroyed. Israel's going to expand its territory by 6-fold after this war. They're going to have to rewrite the atlas. And even doing research into the city where they're going to have to build there in Jordan, where the Israeli soldiers, the city there, because and all the available people in the coming war, down the road of tribulation, with Ezekiel 38 and 39 is, they have to bury the people dead. And it'll take them 7 full years. 7 full months. 24/7, every available working man, boy, working 24/7 to bury the dead. What is that, the Haman Gog or whatever it is? That's the wildest thing ever. They're going to bury the dude right there. Ezekiel 38, 39. But this Egypt, or this Psalm 83 war, it's the inner circle. It has to happen beforehand. Otherwise, Israel's not going to have their borders and their walls down. And they're not going to be at peace. And the Ezekiel 38 can't take place. I mean, you know what I mean? God doesn't bat. I mean, God doesn't miss any swings. You know what I mean? He bats 1,000. And he's not going to miss what his word says. Because and you guys have seen my video, and if you guys haven't, and I need to update it, but I need to go back and look at that one about the Psalm 83 war that I did a couple months ago. This is how stuff my mind goes, because I can't keep up with all this, and the stuff I put out, I'll end up forgetting, because I'm always like putting more information in. But it's like that video shows all the missiles and their range, into Israel. Plus, here's what's going to happen, I believe, at the very end, and why Israel's going to do the Isaiah 17:1 and do the nuke to fulfill the prophecy, because Syria is going to use the chemical weapons that they have on Israel. Oh, man. But yeah, this all has to come to fruition, and it's coming pretty quick. Oh, there was a good picture. Do you guys want to even know how far Amman, Jordan is to Damascus? Jerusalem to Damascus isn't that far. This entire part here north of this map of Israel, this is the Gaza part, of course. This is the, this is over here Syria. That's, of course, Lebanon. But this part up here of Israel, that northern third, is just going to get spanked hard. Because their missiles are they've got so many missiles that were within location to take out the Haifa port. Man. This is crazy, because Israel is going to become Europe's largest supplier of fuel here. This is why I don't believe that the peace that's coming, or the treaty signed, or the we're not fighting right now, and even Daniel 9:27 does not say a peace treaty at all. We get the peace from the Revelation 6:1 and 2. We pick up on it there, but he confirms a treaty. He signs it, he confirms it, he agrees to it. But what if he confirms something that was just signed a couple days before it? When they're supposed to be signing it and having their different press operations and shown to the world of each nation signing it. Thursday and Friday next week, the World Health Organization there. Let's see here. So you can, if it's 5 minutes each, and it'll take longer than that, you can get what, 10 an hour? So that's why they're going to have, that's why they're going to have it over 2 days for sure. And that's why they have it down that you can do the signing, the signatures, the media stuff from Tuesday next week into Friday the 23rd. Wow, I can't believe it's next weekend. This is just me. Guys, seriously. Is it this fast already? It really is. Wow. Unreal. Guys, we're talking this treaty to be signed during here, probably. The Global Citizen Day there on Saturday. They also have some mandatory meetings on that Saturday, invite only, of course. I gotta be careful what I say, because the big foundation is there. The big foundation buying the farmland in North Dakota. Well, not the Chinese, the big foundation. You know what I'm saying. MSFT. It's the old NASDAQ ticker symbol. For those of you that know how to trade the NASDAQ stocks. It's the old leader of the MSFT. Microsoft, you know what I mean? He's going to be there, too. Rosh Hashanah. That's the thing that pops up for Monday, the 26th. Feast of Trumpets. You know what day number 210 is of Biden's Executive Order 14067? That 5th, October 5th. It's either the 5th or it's the 10th, I forget. But day number 210 is one of those two. Indigenous Peoples Day, Columbus Day. They've always said that would be the time of the 3 days, I believe. Wouldn't it? That makes perfect sense, right? For your banks and stuff to be down for a switcheroni. But the news said December 13th. I know. I'm just saying, what if? I know. All right, guys. I've gone for an hour now. And I just want to see who's all in chat because I don't even know. It says I only have 35 people. Okay, that's cool. I'm just grateful for you all who are in here. So, and my phone isn't going forward. Oh, man. This tells you how bad this is. It says that my phone is stuck. It only showed Peanut was in there 35 minutes ago. No, that's what that is. So what do you guys have? Do you have any questions? Is there anything going on? I don't want to keep y'all. I just wanted to get this out to you guys. It says there's 80, 81, 82, 83. Oh, very cool. Okay. Phoenix Josh. Oh, gosh, guys. Show me Sasquatch. Brian Graham. Watch woman Yvonne. 86. Thank you all for being here, guys. You know, if I had 8 people or 6 people or 2, I'd be happy. But it has nothing to do with that, guys. I just want to be a thing of hope and joy to others in these final days, and I just want to bring us together because screw it. It's getting ready to get really real. A lot of people are lost. Dear God. And I need to research into this, the piety. I don't want to be piety or pietism. And I heard that Billy Crone the other day on a video of his, and I want to listen into it, but it's being silent or something. Even if I'm wrong, help me. But it's being silent, or it's keeping your mouth shut when you should be speaking the truth. And I just want people to come to Jesus. Even if one person can come to the Father and accepts Jesus before it's all said and done, and someday in glory, if I can come up and just say, hey, because of you, I'm here, it'll all be worth it. Seriously. They say that 95% of all people, all Christians, not all people, I'm talking born again believers, the actual church, not these fakers, not these with the head knowledge. I got saved, I prayed a prayer. No. In their heart. I used to have a head knowledge too. That was before I really got saved. Oh, I knew the verses. I had over 2,000 memorized at the time. It was up here. It wasn't here. People are dying. And you know what? Even if we can plant that seed, and for those of you who don't believe in the pre-tribulation rapture, whatever. I get it. I do. I'm holding on to the promises of Jesus himself. Tereo ek. Revelation 3:10. To guard or to keep out of. He protects us. He protects us out of the hour, the trial, the tribulation, the whole earth. Those who dwell on the earth. Not the church. Those who dwell on the earth, when you research the book of Revelation, it is always talking about those who are earth dwellers, those who are not heaven dwellers. And Jesus Christ is not a liar. He's coming for us soon. That alone should just blow your mind. But even if we somehow can plant a seed, and guys, videos like this will be gone shortly after we're gone. And you want to know why? Because if we're here when he's on scene, who's going to be the first one to point him out? Ah, there he is. That's your guy. 7 years. That's your guy. The Christians will be the first to point him out. For those who think that he comes before, that the Antichrist comes before on scene, incorrect. Read 2 Thessalonians 2. Where he's, and read it where Paul switches it up then as well. And he also says, them, them, them. But we, them, them, them. When they are saying peace and safety, when they are saying, but we are not, but they are them. There's so much I want to teach and learn, but I don't want to teach because I'm learning. But you know what? Matthew 28:19, we are to be living holy and godly lives in these final days, and we're supposed to be getting out the Great Commission. It's not called the Grand Suggestion. And to 28:19, the Greek word there to disciple is the Greek word, excuse me, not the Greek, I'm thinking, but you know what I mean. The wording there is a studied learner, where we get the word mathematics, a studied learner. Basically, 2 Timothy 2:15. You study to know the word. You dig in, you dive in. And guys, only, these videos like this will be gone, but even if we can just plant a seed, because I believe people will fall to their knees when they realize this is real. How many of you guys have friends like I do? I'll believe it. I'll believe it. Oh, really? Yeah, I'll believe it if I see it. I'll believe it, man, if you've gone. Man, you know what, if you Bible thumpers, man, I tell you what, man, you gone and I'm going to believe it. And I believe a lot of people will, because I believe a lot of people will fall to their knees and they will realize, and they will run to their home and try to find a Bible. They'll have to dust off the dust. They'll open it up to see if there's any notes, what to do next, what's going on. They'll have no clue. No clue. And they're not going to have anyone to help them, to help disciple them, help direct them. This is going to be exactly like it was in the early church, when all were being beheaded for their faith. All were being dipped in burning oil for their faith. All were being stretched out limb by limb for their faith. Stoned to death. Pushed off of walls. Fascinating book on the martyrs of the saints. That's come out. What is it? Fox, I think it is. Phenomenal. Man. Matthew 24 and 25, Mark 13, Luke 17, or Luke 21 especially. Jesus talks. Do you guys realize those 4 chapters right there, when the disciples ask him, what will be the sign of you? They ask him, what will be the sign of you? What is it? They asked him 3 things. It's specific. I used to think it was 2, and then I reread it. It's 3. What will be the sign of the end of the age? What will be the sign of your coming? And the end of the age. Jesus just gives them a whole playlist. He just gives them boom. And keep in mind, this is on the last week of Jesus' life, the second, or what is that, Tuesday night, I think it was, after he had gone to the temple on Monday and done the changed the tables and thrown them over and cursed the temple and basically said, I'm done with you, Israel. I've given you a chance. Here I am. You won't even accept me. I'm done. Threw him out, money changers, everything else. He cursed the fig on the way into the thing into the temple Monday morning because he was hungry, and he cursed it before he went in. He's like, "You're going to die." And then the next day, Tuesday, it was But then that Tuesday night, he was given the Matthew 24 because he was on the Mount of Olives with them. Fast forward, the next night, what was that, Thursday or Wednesday night? Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think it was that Wednesday night when they had the final, the Last Supper, and into Thursday before he was being arrested and taken and doing that whole thing all morning, crucifixion. But because I believe that's why he said, let not your hearts be troubled. Because why would he say that? Because their very hearts were being very troubled, because Jesus had come down on the colt that he asked the apostles to get him in the town ahead. He rode in on that, and they're shouting, Hosanna. The city people are coming in. They're laying down the palm branches. Jesus gets off and looks around Jerusalem and sees the temple. But the people kept coming and listening to Jesus that Monday and that Tuesday. They just kept listening. They were just picking up every word because they knew. And then, Tuesday night, what was it? When Jesus did the thing with the Mount of Olives, they were freaked out because he's telling them, I'm going to die and I'm going away. And this is going to be the you-know-what storm that's coming upon the earth, because this is going to be the hell on earth that's going to play out and pour out. And I'm going to tell you all it is. So that's why he's like, let not your hearts be troubled. He gave them a hope. He gave them a blessed hope. And I have that blessed hope. And I want you guys to. I don't know your heart. You who's watching this now live or in the future. that Jesus does love you. He died for you. Guys, I'm a hillbilly. I'm an ex-alcoholic. More than that, but you know what I mean. I'm nobody. If he can save me, he can save you. Promises of Jesus did not stop, and they will not stop going forward. Because John says in the book of Revelation that countless numbers will come to the saving grace and knowledge of Jesus and be, they will cling to that, their testimony of the faith and in their hope in Jesus. Even until their dying breath, they will hold on. But I got to thinking about this, because what happens if when the rapture happens and people fall to their knees and they die the next day? They never made it to the martyr's chamber. They never had their head cut off. I believe that's why he sees this multitude that he can't count, because it's including not only those martyred, but those who have died in their faith and have given their hearts to the King. Guys, we are all eternal beings. And, I'm kind of like my buddy in a weird way, because in a weird way, I wish God never had even created or had Satan do all this evil and all this stuff throughout humanity. But I also know Jesus came as a savior, and Jesus comes as love. But the next time he comes, blazing fire, when he comes back to the earth. 2 Thessalonians 2. He comes back to judge. And even in Revelation 19, we see when his perfect white garment, it's stained with the blood. He has to pour out his judgment, because every sin and every wrath and everything that you've done, that I've done, is being saved up. And for those who haven't accepted the free gift to take care of that, it'll eventually be poured out on them in the end. Guys, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. It's only by the grace of God that I'm here. And there's certain people in chat that I'm very grateful for. So many people in here, there's people that I'm even grateful they're still alive, because I know what they've been through. I'm happy. I'm excited. And forgive me for tearing up, guys, but I don't want this to be a sad thing. Oh gosh, check this out. If you guys really want to Revelation is so cool. Did you know it's the only book that is a blessing is given to the person who reads it? The person who reads it, the person who hears it, and the person who heeds it and puts it into practice, researches it. It's the only book in the Bible that is given a promise, given a blessing like that. Because even John, in Revelation 1, and what cool thing is that, right? At the first couple verses of Revelation, that's why I got the thing. It's the divine outline, because God the Father gave the information to Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ gave the information to John, and John wrote it down as a gift for us so that we could know what's coming. So, you've got John 1, he's telling about what's been. We're still in chapters 2 and 3 right now, the 7 churches. We're about at the end of that. What's next, guys? You guys know as well as I do. Revelation 4:1, Revelation 4:5, everything. But I love how it says, too, the very last verse of chapter 3, this is talking to the churches. Not just that church in Tallahassee, not just that church in Waco, all the churches. The bride of Christ. I love, too, when you read Revelation 4, the throne room scene, we're in heaven. Oh, for a glorious banquet, too, by the way, for 7 years. And 5. And then you realize that Jesus Christ opens the scroll to even open the Antichrist to be announced. Jesus Christ has that scroll of the 7 seals. And only he is able to open it, because he gets it from God the Father. And only he is able to open it. And the first seal, the first of the 21, is the Antichrist coming to power. That's phenomenal. Anyway, fast forward. Finish up chapter 5 and then go chapter 5, skip hell on earth if you want for now. Revelation 6:1 through 18:23 or whatever it is at the very end. But then go and read the first part of chapter 19, and it tells you where we've been, what we've been doing, what we're wearing, and who we're coming with. In 2 Thessalonians, 2, it says that Jesus is coming back to earth flaming as fire. And basically it's going to be like a train. Jesus is going to be the engine, the locomotive with the full, his eyes are burning with fire. It's just like a comet or something, I can imagine almost. And, it says, by the word of his mouth, he destroys the nations. By the word of his mouth. And this is why his white ravens are splattered in blood from all the killing. Unbelievable. And for those who are here during the 7 years, you do have a chance to accept Jesus Christ. However, that chance goes down dramatically every single day you live going forward. Right now, there's something constraining and restraining the evils of darkness. Once that's gone and basically the conscience of the world is removed, just let that sink in. Just let that sink in. The conscience of the world will be removed. In other words, you'll know when it's like when you're doing wrong or you know what I mean? Oh, no, there will be no such thing. This is why we get into the famines, and this is why there's going to be, man. All right, guys. Well, let me just say hi to everybody. This has just been a craziness now with my, like a wine press. Thank you, D23. Vaporized from his brilliance. Oh, absolutely. We'll come back, Jesus, to fight a war against evil. Well, you know what? We might be, but I love Pugs. Great to see you. I am making you a moderator. I've seen her forever. She's a sweetheart. Brandon64, you better text me, buddy. I've told you, man. My number, 317-300-HOST. 4678. Sorry, I'm a hillbilly. I did dress up pretty though. No, I'm kidding. Show me Sasquatch. Good. How you doing? I'll throw him on there. Yeah, moderator Guy Viola. Great to see you. Teresa Perez, we do. How are you doing? For any of you, Wild West, dude, how are you doing, brother, man? Rebecca Rage, my apologies, sweetheart. You're moderator. Boom. Hey, hillbilly. hey, Dave. The hillbilly. Yeah. Cold Springs Queen. Yeah, I know. Look, I wore a collared shirt today. Yeah, it was crazy. We had fall in the air, and a couple people have had that, I guess, moving through. And you know what, Dawn Morning, I am so great to see you. You are so awesome. Be of good cheer. Great to see you. Make straight the way of the Lord, the voice of one. All of you people in here. Phoenix Josh, I'm throwing you in here too. Another good guy. Oh gosh, you guys are so much fun. Swaggers. Dawn Riverstone. Oh, man. Everybody. Oh, I know it. Rui. I hope I always get your name right, brother. You are... Mickey Mouse Operation. I love the name, and we are the Bride Not Buildings. Wendy Fowler, guys. She's another great one who's looking for the blessed hope, and I know Daryl Calhoun is. John 3:6. No way. I love Jesus reigns forever. How are you doing? Seriously. John 3:7. You must be born again. Sweetheart, I wanted to give you guys high fives and hugs. You guys are awesome. TNT, no way. You're in here. How are you doing? Guys, do y'all know each other? But but guys, don't be... We can't be infected with distractions. That's the thing. Everything... Oh boy, this is... Okay, here's what I want y'all to realize too. A lot of mental stuff is going to start breaking down really quick. When these things start getting going, man, if you don't know your Bible doctrine, if you don't know your verses, holding on to them right now, get going. 2 Peter 1:20, always be... Shoot. Goodness gracious. Not even that one. The other one, always have ready an account to give of the hope that is within you. Always have be ready to give a response of the hope that is within you. The Watchman, Lori Tillman, how are you doing? We've never met in person. I know, Wendy, we haven't. Amen. Be of good cheer and hope good cheer. Hope cheer. I just yeah. Deceptions and distractions, guys. Mickey, I'm in Florida also. No way, John. 37, you're down yonder. That is cool. For those of you who don't want to, man. For what's coming to, you will not want to be in this. Of course, America is not part of the superpowers of 2030 as well. With what's coming with the that kind of thing coming over soon. It'll begin probably this winter. With the we're gonna see the China-Taiwan thing coming in. We're gonna see. This could be the start of the Russian from the north as well, with their plans, the Alaska and stuff. Because once they get us involved with the Taiwan, they'll be, yeah. I mean, there's so much coming on, and for those of you who have seen them, shoot, I put out some of those maps and some of the videos and stuff in the past too. Maybe I could do another one, but maybe I should just redo some of these videos I put out from the past and maybe just try to update them a little bit. I don't know, but I don't want to take too much time. But Dave Hodges, I know a lot of people are like, who? The Common Sense Show. He's done a lot of research into that with the, you know what's coming. And so yeah. Yeah, written on our hearts. Yeah, we will all catch up in heaven. D23, you know what? I don't know about you guys, but the Holy Spirit is just bringing verses back to my mind lately. And lately, this song has been stuck in my head. Standing on the promises of God. I've been singing that in my head. Standing on the promises of God, my Savior. That one's been in my head lately. Don't ask me why. All right, guys, I'm going to show you one last thing. It is my dad, and this is scary, but I love my dad dearly, and he's breaking my heart. He's not breaking my heart. It's breaking my heart that he is wearing down, you know, well, he's got this, he's got that. No, his body has this or that, not him. But I did take a picture of my dad. When was that? We just did that, but oh, yes, here it is. I got to show you guys this. Forgive me. Now, I'll end with this, just on a happy thing. But this is, yes, I know the AI is seeing all this, and they know my family, they know my pictures, they see all, oh, yeah, whatever. They know us all by pictures, right? And tell well, first of all, forgive me, because I'm going to move. Okay, I kind of look like a Nephilim, kind of next to him. Just the way I'm laying. It looks like I'm like 12 feet tall. And here's my dad. So maybe I do look like him, you know. You know, he prayed with me when I was 5, and he is always his heart is always in the Word. He is always in the Word. It's been breaking my heart because you know, they've got him on so much medication and stuff. He's unable to, but he's awesome. Oh man, Mom's got some good peppers. Okay, we're just gonna finish off with that one. I tell you what, man, I gotta go see Mom and Dad, man. I hope you all. But guys, these final moments, in my opinion, we've got to be sharing the love with Jesus. We've got to be telling them, like, guys. And I have a feeling too. A lot of people are going to start talking here. What's coming after this weekend, and especially if we're still here after next weekend. I don't know again the date, guys. I don't know the hour. No one knows. But for those of you who've done the research, when they talk about no one knows the day nor the hour, they know exactly the time frame and which feast that's talking to and the reference to that, which is interesting. So you guys are a lot of fun. I'm going to say bye to everyone, but I just want to say thank you all for being here. Good to see you, Off-Grid Desert Farming with Paul and Adrian. Haven't seen you guys 100 years, so thanks y'all for being here, and look up. Your redemption draws nigh. Not much longer. You know, Romans 1:10, or Romans 5:9, 1 Thessalonians 1:10, 1 Thessalonians 5:9. We're saved from, rescued from, and not appointed to any of that wrath that is to come upon them. The book of Revelation is very specific about who them is talking about. All right, guys. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Now I gotta